Dangerously cold weather settling in overnight. How cold it will drop right now at 10.
Plus, we're getting a clearer picture of what played out at Middleton High School yesterday, leading to a lockdown.
And has Wisconsin passed the peak of Omicron? The promising statistics from local doctors straight ahead. That's all coming up on Newsspring now at 10. Thank you for joining us. Overnight tonight, we are expecting to see the coldest weather we have seen all winter so far.
Wind chills could be at 35 below by morning, and that has already led to some school closings tomorrow, and there is a possibility for more. First, let's get a look at our certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, the stage is set for our coldest night so far this winter. The skies are clear. Those temperatures are dropping like a rock. We have alert days in the forecast overnight into tomorrow for low temperatures tonight of 15 to 20 below zero. That's the actual air temperature. And then wind chills could be as cold as 30 to 35 below zero. High temperatures tomorrow probably won't be reached until midnight. So during the day will be between about 5 and 10 degrees with wind chills as cold as 15 below zero. Now, as we look at low temperatures this morning, here in Madison, we dropped to 10 below zero, but it was down to 20 below in Boscobel and Lone Rock and 28 below zero in Black River Falls. High temperatures today only in the single digits. And in the case of Viroqua, they only got up to zero. The only teens were right along Lake Michigan shoreline. And right now, temperatures are below zero through all of southern Wisconsin, except areas near Lake Michigan. Right now, Madison, 5 below zero, down to 26 below in Black River Falls and 13 below in Camp Douglas, where the wind chill is already down to 29 below zero. The winds won't be very brisk, but any kind of a breeze will drop those wind chills in a hurry. And by tomorrow morning, we're looking at wind chills from about 25 to 35 below zero. Wind chill advisories in effect overnight through noon tomorrow for all of southern Wisconsin. Here in Madison, I'm looking for a low of about 18 below zero, again with wind chills down to 30 to 35 below zero. Tomorrow's high of 11 probably won't occur until midnight, but after that, we'll see a brief warm-up for Thursday before we turn colder again for Friday and Saturday. I'll have more in the forecast in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. And with bitterly cold temperatures ahead, a local Madison shelter is doing all it can to make sure everyone has a warm place to stay tonight.
Brad Hamilton spoke with those at Porch Light who are making this all possible.
Well, on nights like tonight, it really is a team effort for the people at Porch Light. But in the end, they say it's all worth it to help out those that are most in need right now.
For many of us, shelter is just a given. But for Kevin Butler, shelter is an opportunity to survive.
It means a tremendous amount, and I'd like to compliment the city of Madison and anybody else behind the East Side Men's Shelter.
With bitterly cold temps expected overnight, Porch Light's East Side Men's Shelter provides that roof, making some exceptions to allow more people to escape these frigid temperatures.
Basically, we relax the rules, so we allow a lot of guests who normally wouldn't be allowed in due to troublesome behavior to allow them in. We place them in the recovery room where we have a support specialist monitoring them.
Assistant Manager Ferris says on a normal night, the shelter hosts around 120 people. But on a cold weather night, that number usually grows to 160.
These temperatures are serious. These guests are going through a lot in their lives, and just like anyone else, they need some help. They need a hand sometimes.
While it's not ideal to relax these rules, Ferris says that it's absolutely needed to keep as many people as possible safe.
You know, sometimes it's life or death, and really what we're trying to do here is support them to the best possibility that they can be as an individual, and I think every single human being should be striving to do that for themselves.
If you have any questions regarding Porch Light and what they have to offer, we've got a link on our website, channel3000.com.
And like we mentioned earlier, there are already more than 60 school districts closing or delaying start times tomorrow. Some of the bigger ones affected in our area: Mount Horeb, Platteville, Sauk Prairie, Wisconsin Dells, Baraboo, and Beaver Dam. To check out all of the listings, they will be scrolling on the bottom of your screen, or you can head to channel3000.com. Now is also a great time to download our Channel 3000 weather app. You can get those school closing notifications, active advisories, and interactive forecasts all for free.
We're getting a better idea tonight of some of the confusion that played out at Middleton High School yesterday. The teen involved tentatively now facing disorderly conduct charges after the school went into lockdown for about 45 minutes. When we asked the district today for an update, they say the student made a series of threats to a staff member, leading them to believe the student possibly had a gun. They explained how it happened over the lunch hour while students were already coming and going from campus, and that made it, quote, challenging to ensure everyone was in a safe, secure place. A district spokesperson says staff followed all procedures and they hold frequent safety drills at the school, the latest about 2 months ago. Today, school leadership met with police to work out whether they need to introduce improvements in the future. The district says the student was not on school grounds for most of that lockdown. Again, they say no gun was in that person's possession. News 3 Now will continue to follow that story as we learn more about how things played out.
A sentencing date has been set for the Windsor man, now convicted of killing and dismembering his parents last summer. Online court records show Chancellor Halderson has a sentencing hearing scheduled for the afternoon of March 17th. Last week, a jury found Halderson guilty of all 8 charges he faced stemming from his parents' murders. The jury deliberated for roughly 2 hours before reaching a verdict. He faces up to life in prison due to the first-degree intentional homicide charges, but a judge could decide if he will have the possibility of parole. To get the most in-depth reporting on this trial, just head to channel3000.com. 10 of the 11 members of the far-right group Oath Keepers, charged with sedition conspiracy in relation to the January 6th Capitol attack, have pleaded not guilty in federal court today. The defendants are set to face trial in July if they don't reach plea deals by then. One of the 11 accused was not in court today and did not enter a plea.
Actor Jussie Smollett's attorney says a sentencing date in Smollett's case has been set now for March 10th. A jury convicted the former Empire actor in December on 5 counts of felony disorderly conduct for his 2019 hate crime hoax. Authorities determined he paid 2 brothers to stage an attack on him in order to generate publicity and advance his career. Smollett's defense team said it will appeal that verdict. New York City's police commissioner says a second officer shot while responding to a domestic incident last week has died. The death of Officer Wilbert Mora follows the death of his fellow officer Jason Rivera. They were shot in a Harlem apartment as they responded Friday to a domestic call. The suspected gunman, LaShawn McNeil, tried to run after the shooting but was confronted by a third officer and shot twice. He died on Monday.
Incredible video tonight from Los Angeles. An LAPD sergeant on patrol last week helped save a life of a toddler who had stopped breathing. We have a warning, though. This could be difficult for some to see.
Over here. I don't know what's wrong, officer, please.
This happened early in the morning of January 19th. The sergeant was on patrol when he was flagged down by a man holding a lifeless toddler in his arms. He jumped into action, calmly taking the girl in his arms and clearing her airway while also calling for an ambulance. Moments later, the girl was breathing again. She was taken to the Children's Hospital, and at last report, she was stable. U.S. Coast Guard rescue crews searching for 39 people after a boat capsized Saturday night off the coast of Florida. A Good Samaritan told authorities he rescued a man who was clinging to the boat about 45 miles east of Fort Pierce Inlet. The survivor said he had left the Bahamas with 39 other people Saturday night. They encountered severe weather, which caused the vessel to capsize. He said no one on board was wearing a life jacket.
President Biden holding classified briefings for House and Senate leadership on the situation between Ukraine and Russia today, a day after thousands of American troops were put on high alert. Today, the latest shipment of U.S. military aid arrived in Kiev, part of a $200 million package to help bolster that country's defenses. It comes as Russia releases new video of military drills near the border with Europe, raising concerns of a possible invasion.
I made it clear to early on to President Putin that if he were to move into Ukraine, that there'd be severe consequences, including significant economic sanctions.
Top members of the Biden administration's military and diplomacy teams visited the White House today, a day after 8,500 American troops were put on high alert to deploy at short notice to NATO countries in Eastern Europe. Russia, which has 100,000 troops at the border, says it has no plans to invade. The Wisconsin legislature is going to have to decide what to do with the surplus after the state's budget forecast improved by nearly $3 billion. It was driven by higher than expected tax collections. Governor Evers called for using that money to provide relief immediately to families and businesses. But Republican lawmakers, leaders of the Republican legislative party, said the money should go to tax cuts in the next budget, which is to be written in 2023.
The U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission filing a lawsuit against the Verona Area School District today, claiming it paid female special education teachers and a school psychologist less than their male counterparts. This suit alleges the district paid a longtime female psychologist more than $10,000 less annually than a male psychologist who was hired in 2017. A male special education teacher who was hired in June of 2019 also made thousands of dollars more annually than his female colleagues. In a statement to News 3 Now, Superintendent Dr. Tremaine Clardy said the district remains committed to lawful, equitable hiring and compensation practices, and added, quote, "It would be inappropriate for the district to comment on any pending litigation involving the previous administration's practices and procedures." Soon, large businesses will no longer face the federal government's strict COVID-19 rule. Today, OSHA said it is withdrawing its vaccination and testing regulation for businesses with 100 or more employees after the Supreme Court blocked the rule earlier this month. Public Health Madison and Dane County emphasizing the effectiveness of the vaccine and booster. They say in December it compared unvaccinated people to boosted people and found the unvaccinated were 7 times more likely to test positive, 57 times more likely to be hospitalized, and 58 times more likely to die from COVID.
Also today, a new study published by the CDC is confirming a lot of reports about the Omicron wave. It shows disease severity during the wave appears to be lower than during other periods of high transmission. It looked at severe outcomes for COVID patients, including ICU admission, ventilator use, and death. Good news tonight in the fight against COVID. Half as many people are testing positive today compared to last week. Christina Laurie talked to local doctors about whether this means Wisconsin has reached its peak.
Dane County may be done setting COVID records for now. The 7-day average of new confirmed cases dropped below 10,000 Tuesday, half of the record high nearly 19,000 cases set last week.
Remember that there's always a delay. Our hospitals are still full. A lot of sick people with COVID in them.
I think it's fair to say that maybe we're coming off peak. Peak was probably last week, but maybe not to the same tune as some of those days would have you believe.
Local doctors say it's still too early to tell if Wisconsin's reached its peak.
But, we can be hopeful that it at least is trending in the right direction.
They call the next week critical and are now focused on 2 big questions. How will the virus mutate in the future?
This virus is not going to go away.
And what can we do to stop another record-setting surge before it begins?
This is going to be more of an endemic rather than a pandemic at some point.
With Dane County's current mask order expiring February 1st and public health planning an announcement for later this week, doctors say now is not the time to let our guards down, but keep our masks up.
I think until we're really certain as to, where Omicron is going, it probably makes sense to continue with the path that we're on today.
Our hospitalizations are still pretty high right now, but, hopefully we can join that trend soon.
In Madison, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
This week, the CDC added 5 more Caribbean island destinations to its highest level of COVID travel risk. Those destinations are the Dominican Republic, Guadalupe, Jamaica, St. Bartholomew, and St. Martin. Travelers are advised to avoid going to those locations. In total, about 120 places are now in the highest category. Still ahead tonight, Aaron Rodgers talking today for the first time since last weekend's disappointing playoff loss at Lambeau. But first, getting ready for what will likely be the coldest night of the season so far. Gary will have his full forecast next.
Watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now at 10.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheesh Raval with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on treatment of knee arthritis and custom knee replacements.
Save big money on new flooring from Menards. Marquee Industries carpet has an ultra-soft touch and feel. Their stylish and luxurious designs make it ideal for living rooms and bedrooms. IVC's sheet vinyl flooring is a great way to enhance the beauty of your home. It's durable, waterproof, and easy to install. Save big money on new carpet and sheet vinyl flooring. During Menards, more bang for your buck sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
To those who take care of others, who come to work each and every day and continue to give their all. To those who work tirelessly, who help us stay safe and healthy and show compassion for those in need. To our more than 3,400 pharmacists and farm techs across the Midwest, we say thank you.
We love our new home. Lots of windows, great light.
But the birds, they're back.
Yes, I hear them.
Uh-oh. Why are these birds so angry?
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
I'm going.
Hurry, hurry!
I know.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
In tomorrow's Restaurant Week profile, Josh Breider shows you what's for breakfast. Then answer our question of the day, and these restaurant vouchers could be yours.
Plus wind chills that could be dangerously cold. We're breaking down the numbers tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. General Motors will be making its largest investment ever in 4 facilities across Michigan. The automaker plans to invest more than $7 billion to create 4,000 new jobs at EV manufacturing sites in Michigan. That investment includes the construction of a new battery cell plant in Lansing and also the conversion of the plant in Orion Township for the production of the Chevrolet Silverado EV and also the electric GMC Sierra. The red-hot housing market might finally start to cool off a bit. Home prices rose 18.8% year over year in November. That's down from a 19.1% increase in October. Despite those slowing gains, November's increase was still the 6th highest in 34 years. Prices in 19 cities also saw all-time highs. Phoenix, Tampa, Miami, Las Vegas, Dallas, and San Diego all top the list.
New tonight, the College Board has announced the SAT college entrance exam is shifting to an online format. The exam is going digital for American students in 2024 and international students in 2023. It will still take place in a proctored setting, but students have to bring their own computer. If they don't have one, the College Board can give them a loaner for the day. The changed format shortens the test from 3 hours to about 2. The search is continuing for UW-Madison's next chancellor. The committee leading the search hosted another virtual listening session today. Organizers say they have created a 21-person member group, which includes students, faculty, staff, and system leaders. The committee hopes to name the university's next chancellor by May. Current Chancellor Rebecca Blank will be leaving UW this summer to become the president at Northwestern University.
And overseas new video from Turkey. Drone footage capturing images of Istanbul's tourist attractions blanketed in snow today. The snowfall started late last week, picked up in recent days in the city of 16 million people. Footage from the airport, which is among the world's largest, showed runways covered in a thick blanket of snow with aircraft and vehicles barely visible. Flights were suspended for a second day there, and private vehicles were barred from city streets.
Well, here it's more of a matter of bone-chilling temperatures. And Gary, it has been a while since we felt it get this cold.
You know, you have to go back to mid-February of last year. We had that one really stretch of brutal weather from late January and through about the 3rd week of February, about a 4-week period. All of our below zero temperatures last winter, and I think there were 16 of them, fell during that time period. Now we'll be looking at the potential for winds or for temperatures down to 15 to 20 below zero tonight, and wind chills as cold as 35 below zero. During the day tomorrow, temperatures will be in the single digits, and wind chills could be as cold as 15 below zero even during the day. Low temperatures this morning. Here in Madison, 10 below zero, but a lot of locations were in the teens below zero, a few places in the 20s below zero. And look at where the current temperatures are. They're not far from those lows of the day, and we still have a ways to go before we reach the lows for tomorrow morning. Here in Madison, already down to 5 below zero, La Crosse at 11 below zero. Then you factor in the winds. We're seeing wind chills right now ranging from about 10 to 20 below zero through much of southern Wisconsin. A few places even colder than that. We're seeing some spots, especially across Minnesota and northern Iowa, in the 20 to 30 below zero range. And future track wind chills show that those numbers will continue to drop overnight. By morning, we're probably looking at wind chills between about 20 and 35 below zero through much of the state of Wisconsin. And then out to the west, where the land is a little flatter, the winds could get a little more brisk. We could see wind chills as cold as 35 to maybe locally 40 or 45 below zero. And even during the day tomorrow, those wind chills will stay below zero, and that will just keep the chill going. So wind chill advisory in effect through noon tomorrow for all of southern Wisconsin. Wind chill warnings where those wind chills could drop to below 35 below zero for much of northeastern Iowa through central and northwestern Minnesota. Current temperatures now are below zero, basically from about Chicago northward. And these temperatures, again, have still about 5 or 6 or 7 hours before they reach their minimums. Upper level winds right now coming right in out of central Canada, but it'll be a brief shot of bitterly cold air because the jet stream flattens out a little bit to the west before it starts dropping in again from the northwest. So look for temperatures to actually improve a little bit by tomorrow night. They'll actually start going up, and we'll be close to 30 on Thursday before the next shot of cold air moves in. Now, as we check out our forecast, we do have that wind chill advisory in effect until noon tomorrow for all of southern Wisconsin. Look for an overnight low temperature of around 18 below zero with clear skies and those wind chills by morning, 20 to 35 below zero. Tomorrow, sunny skies but bitterly cold. The high of 11 probably not occurring until midnight. During the day, we'll be in the single digits, and those wind chills from 0 to 15 below zero during the day. Future track, those temperatures tumbling down to about 15 to 20 below zero by tomorrow morning, climbing up, and notice the temperatures actually rising during the night tomorrow, so that by Thursday we're in the mid to upper 20s by late afternoon before those winds shift around to the northwest and the next shot of cold air comes marching in behind it. Again, those wind chills dropping down to around 20 to 25 below zero, some places down to 35 below zero by tomorrow morning, and then even during the day tomorrow staying below zero. 7 to 10 day forecast up to 29 on Thursday, but back down to 1 above zero by Friday morning with wind chills to 20 below zero. High of 13 on Friday. Very cold Saturday morning with below zero temperatures. Then 20s for the early part of next week and a few 30s for Tuesday and Wednesday. But that storm system could bring us a wintry mix of precipitation from Tuesday into Wednesday.
And coming up in sports, Cole Caufield back at practice in Madison, while the NHL star was skating at the Kohl Center and what it did for the Badgers. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and
New in 2022, with the iCare Benefit Card, members have access to even more. In addition to receiving up to $1,200 per year in over-the-counter health items, members get a $50 monthly allowance for healthy food purchases and can earn rewards for completing healthy activities like getting a flu shot. Call the iCare Benefits Helpline for a free consultation to get all the benefits you're entitled to. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends or reconnect with some old ones and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Step into the new with a new Chevy. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy vehicles. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $750 bonus cash. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
About 40% off lenses with purchase of a frame. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Supply chain backlogs, inflation, agitation.
Here's an idea. If we make things here in America, supply chain issues won't be a thing anymore. That's exactly how we built the Bucks Arena, by having 80% of the materials come from Wisconsin. We did the same by paying higher wages. That's how you know, as your senator, I'll get things done. Raising people's wages, make things in America, finally stand up to China. I'm Alex Lazary, and I approve this message because it's time to put more money in the pockets of working people.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Madison. One weekend only. Alliant Energy Center. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age. Featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground. And a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. February 5th and 6th. Alliant Energy Center. Tickets at dinosauradventure.com.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
The Wisconsin men's hockey team has a huge series this weekend when they welcome in 4th-ranked Michigan to the Kohl Center. So to get ready for the Wolverines, the Badgers skated up against one of the NHL's up-and-coming stars. Cole Caufield took part in his old team's practice. Now, last year's Hobie Baker winner is officially out of COVID quarantine, but still has to wait a couple days before he can return to Canada. So he had to get in a skate, and Tony Granato was happy to have him back.
He had such a big impact on our program in only 2 years. Last year was one of those special years from the standpoint our team won the Big Ten. He won the Hobie Baker. We really didn't have a whole lot of chance to celebrate all the things that he accomplished here, so anytime he's back, it's great for us. And, you know, it does. It adds a little bit of excitement to practice, and he is welcome anytime he wants.
This week is Coaches versus Cancer Week in college basketball, and the Badgers are always proud to take part and to help raise money and awareness in the fight to end cancer. But this year's is a little different for Greg Gard. His mom, Connie, is currently battling breast cancer, so Gard will wear these pink shoes while the rest of his staff and team will have pink laces as a way to show support to him and his mother.
When you have this type of news again, you know, it hits home. And, you know, for her, I wanted to do that, and I got her permission to do it before I was going to come out with the pink shoes, but I felt it was important, you know, and our staff all wanted to wear pink laces. They asked if they could do that, so just appreciate the support. But when you have another parent get diagnosed, it rocks you a little bit.
High school girls basketball, Oregon hosting Reedsburg in a Badger West showdown. And Mara Weeman had herself a first half. The senior stops and pops for 2. She had 20 points in the first 18 minutes of the game. Panthers, though, trying to keep pace. Sam Schmidt drops home the floater. She scored a team-high 10 for Oregon. But Reedsburg is #1 in Division II for a reason. Melissa Dietz dials one up from deep, and the Beavers stay perfect with a 74-38 win. It was Aaron Rodgers Tuesday on the Pat McAfee Show, so we got some more insight on the big decision that's looming over him and the franchise. Good news, unlike this offseason, the Rodgers watch shouldn't last as long. Rodgers says he owes it to the Packers organization not to drag out his decision and plans to make it before free agency begins. And just like Dana Retke, Sydney Hilly is headed overseas to begin her professional career. The 3-time Big Ten Setter of the Year is heading to Turkey. Hilly was part of 3 straight trips to the Final Four and helped lead Wisconsin to its first national championship this past season. We're back after this.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
At the Burrish Group at UBS, we believe in empowering women to take control of their financial security with a team of female advisors who understand the needs and goals of women. We believe you can achieve anything you put your mind to and can help you stay ahead of life's expected and unexpected events. Give our team a call today to start the conversation.
Magazine Winter Restaurant Week is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Winter Restaurant Week 2022, starting January 23rd through the 28th. For participating restaurants, menus, and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
I'm Gary Canolti, inviting News 3 Now viewers to join me on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise August 9th through the 21st. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night Holiday America Line cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, to learn more about this tour and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Dirt's gonna fly at the Alliant Energy Center. The Monsters of Destruction, February 4th and 5th at 7:30 and the 6th at 2 p.m. Top monster trucks including Laminator, War Wizard, and Crazy Train, along with the insane action of freestyle motocross. Every ticket includes a pit pass for the pit party with drivers and riders, plus go for a ride in a monster truck. Get tickets and details at monstersofdestruction.com. Get ripped up. The Monsters of Destruction, February 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Campus food delivered by robots, Thursday at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Well, Gary's back. Final check about that frigid weather that's going to settle in overnight.
Eric was just looking to see what the temperatures are in Alaska right now.
Much warmer.
It's warmer there than it is here. Madison 5 below 0. Fairbanks right now is at 9 above 0, just to give you an example. Temperatures continue to drop to our north and west, already down to 27 below 0 in Black River Falls. Wind chill in Camp Douglas down to 29 below 0. And there are wind chill advisories. These are the future track wind chills by tomorrow morning, about 25 to 35 below 0 through most of southern Wisconsin.
We'll keep folks updated on school closings in the morning. Thanks for joining us.